Hey everyone, I'm going to talk about Bidao for a few minutes and essentially what it is and some of the research I've done on it, which, hell, I could be wrong, but there's a lot of information out there, and cryptocurrency is a pretty complicated thing. But Bidao essentially it's a platform that's being created and launched in November, and what it is if you own cryptocurrency assets, say Bitcoin, or any of the other popular ones, right? And you know it's going up in value, but you don't want to sell it or use it because you don't want to miss out on the potential gains. You can plug in your Bitcoin into their system, and they hold it for you. And based on its value, will issue you their own stable coin that's valued at $1. And you can use it for whatever you want. You can, of course, exchange it for more Bitcoin or exchange it for fiat or cash out or whatever it is, right? So it's a way of not having to forfeit your cryptocurrency asset and still be able to benefit on the rewards. And of course, they make money by charging a small interest rate on it, which of course, they'll can take consideration from your asset you gave them. They mitigate their own potential loss by having you have to overly commoditize your loan, right? So let's say Bitcoin's worth $10,000. You don't give it to them and they give you 10 grand. I don't know what the number would be, but I know that with MakerDAO, it's a similar platform that's only for Ether, but it's a 2-for-1 deal. So if Ether is worth $200, and you put it into their system and MakerDAO, they'll give you $100 back. And if your assets ever dwindle down to that point, they liquidate your assets, protect their own losses, and they close your account essentially, or they close out that loan. So it's pretty cool. The big deal about Bidao compared to MakerDAO is that Bidao is available on the Binance chain, which of course is the biggest exchange of cryptocurrency. MakerDAO is only good for Ethereum, where this is for everything. It's considered agnostic, right? So it kind of puts them out, and it just opens up this whole world of exchange to take place. And when you buy into this, you're not buying you're not buying their currency, you're not buying a coin, you're buying what's called a governance token. And if you look at MakerDAO, for example, since they launched, that coin's worth, I think, around like 23 times what it was when it launched. At one point more than that, of course, but when you own these governance tokens, you're part of the decision making on interest rates. You make a profit, or kind of like a dividend from holding. So it definitely has a value to have these governance tokens. And of course, as you have them and people want them, then there's a demand for them, they go up in value. I've seen some predictions of 10x as soon as it launches, 100x, inevitably 1,000 times, especially as cryptocurrency becomes more accepted and adopted, which it's a fast changing world out there. The virus is things like paper money. When you have government bailouts of trillions of dollars, and suddenly there's going to be this gross inflation because we're just printing cash. Taking the power out of the hands of the government to determine the value of money, in a lot of people's minds is a good idea. So that's what Bidao is. Of course, your risk. You could lose everything. These people could not follow through on their project, and they could fold up tents and take off. But they have so many sponsors from so many different currencies and platforms, and the Ethereum Alliance network, whatever it's called, but has accepted them, and they're listed on their website now too. So gosh, my opinion, worst case, and of course real worst case is you lose it all, but I mean, this thing's got to at least break even. But even if you triple your money, I mean, it's probably worth it, right? But I think that the potential is far greater than that. So don't get left behind. This isn't financial information or facts. It's just my opinion. Do your own research and continue to watch more videos and look online. But don't get left behind. It's going to be awesome. So take it easy.